Hello, everybody. All right, so we're going to continue with Chapter 7. We're on Lesson 7.7, Divide by 7, on page 291 of your third grade textbook. And the essential question that we should be able to answer by the time we're done with this lesson is, what strategies can you use to divide by 7? So let's look at the unlock the problem. Yasmin used 28 large apples to make 7 loaves of apple bread. She used the same number of apples for each loaf. How many apples did Yasmin use for each loaf? All right, so we know that she used 28 large apples. She made 7 loaves of bread. How many apples did Yasmin use for each loaf? So some questions to consider is, do you need to find the number of equal groups or the number in each group? Okay, so the 7 loaves would be a group, would be the groups. The 28 is how many she has. So we need to find how many are in each group. Okay, so how many are in each group? What label will your answer have? Okay, we'll be finding out how many apples per loaf of bread. Okay, so here's one strategy we can use to solve this. We can make an array. Now, we're familiar with making arrays, so this isn't something new. It says draw one tile in each of 7 rows. Why 7 rows? Well, because there's 7 loaves of bread. All right, so we have 7 loaves of bread, and we're going to continue drawing one tile in each of the 7 rows until all 28 tiles are drawn. Okay, so 7 plus 7 is 14, and this represents 2 apples so far. 14 plus 7 is 21, and 21 plus 7 is 28. So we have 7 loaves, and we have 4 apples in each loaf. All right, so count the number of tiles in each row. Well, there was 4 in each row. So since there's 4 tiles in each row, she's going to use 4 apples for each loaf. Right, so the problem would have been 28 divided by 7. 28 total apples divided by 7 loaves would equal 4 apples per loaf. Remember, we can also write the division problem like this: 28 divided by 7, and it's still 4. Okay, so that's one strategy. We can make an array, which we're very familiar with at this point. Okay, other ways. We could use a related multiplication fact. Again, we've talked about that method for dividing. Okay, so use a related multiplication fact for your 7 times tables. So 28 divided by 7 equals some number is the same as saying 7 times that number equals 28. And really, we should know that 7 times 4 is 28. So if 7 times 4 is 28, then 28 divided by 7 is 4. A third way is make equal groups. So in this case, we have how many groups there are. We know that there's 7 loaves of bread. So I'm going to draw 7 circles. And then we're going to put 1 counter in each group. And we're going to continue adding 1 until all 28 counters are drawn. In this case, every time we put a counter in the circle, that represents 1 apple. So there's 7. 14. 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And again, we find that there are 4 counters in each group. Okay, so these are the same strategies we've been practicing. Okay, all right, so in number 1, it says use the related multiplication fact to find 42 divided by 7. Well, they're telling us that 6 times 7 is 42. Well, if that's true, then 42 divided by 7 is 6. Okay, these numbers are in the related fact, for 6 times 7 equals 42. All right, how about this one, number 2? 7 times something equals 7. 7 divided by 7 equals something. Well, we know that a number times 1 is that number. So if 7 times 1 equals 7, 7 divided by 7 equals 1. 7 times what equals 35? 35 divided by 7 is what? Well, so they're saying use related multiplication fact. Okay, so we should know our 7s, but let's say we don't. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. What are we doing? We're just adding 7s each time I have a new set of 7s. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 4 is 28. And 7 times 5 is 35. All right, so if 7 times 5 is 35, 35 divided by 7 is 5. All right, so we should be memorizing our 7s. Okay, if we haven't memorized them by now, take the time to memorize them. Be able to say 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 times 10 is 70. 7 times 11 is 77. And 7 times 12 is 84. Okay, it makes dividing so much easier if we do have these memorized. All right, find the quotient. 4 divided by 2. That's another way of saying that is what's half of 4. Okay, so we can say 2 times what equals 4. Okay, that's a very simple problem. 2. 56 divided by 7 equals what? Well, so let's say we have 7 groups. And we have 56 to share. So I'm just going to put 1 in each group until I get to 56. That's 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So we have 3, 6, 8 in each group. Okay, I could have also made an array, making 7 rows, and keep adding 1 tile to each row until I get to 56. I could have said 7 times what is 56? 7 times 8. All right, 20 divided by 5. Well, on this one, I'm going to make an array. That doesn't mean that's the strategy you have to use. It's just the strategy I'm going to use to solve this problem. So that's 10, 15, 20. So we have 5 rows of 4, which is 20 divided by 5 is 4. We could have also easily just said 5 times what is 20. 4 fives is 20. All right, number 7. 21 divided by 7. 7 times what is 21? Well, 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. And 7 times 3 is 21. So if 7 times 3 is 21, then 21 divided by 7 is 3. All right, number 8. Find the unknown factor and quotient. 3 times what is 9? 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So 3. 7 times what is 49? 49 divided by 7 is what? Okay, so earlier we found that 7 times 5 is 35. Now, I don't have to start at 7 times 1. If I know 7 times 5 is 35, I can start there. If I can start from 7 times 10 is 70 and go backwards, it doesn't matter. So 7 times 6 would be one more set of 7. So 35 plus 7 is 42. And 7 times 7 would be 49. Okay, so if 7 times 7 is 49, then 49 divided by 7 is 7. What number times 7 is 63? 63 divided by 7 is what? Well, in this case, I know that 10 times 7 is 70. Well, if I add 7 to 63, that's 70. So that means that it's not 10 times 7, it's 1 less, so that would be 9 times 7 is 63. So if 9 times 7 is 63, 63 divided by 7 is 9. 4 times what is 32 is the same as 32 divided by 4. So 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 8 is 32. Okay, so 4 times 8. So 32 divided by 4 is 8. Find the quotient, 48 divided by 6. So in this one, this is a previous strategy we've practiced. Remember that we can divide 48 by the factors of 6, which would be 2 and 3. So we could do that. We could do 48 divided by 2. Well, what's half of 48? Well, 48 is close to 50, right? And half of 50 is 25. So 24 plus 24, that would be 48. So 24. And then we would divide what's remaining by 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 7 divided by 1, 7. 42 divided by 6. So okay, this time I'm going to use equal groups. And we have 6 groups. So how much is in each group? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in each group. 18 divided by 2. 2 times what is 18? 9. 56 divided by 7. 7 times what is 56? Okay, we've actually solved this problem earlier. Okay. Number 5 on page 292 was 56 divided by 7. So that's the same problem, right, that we're doing right now? So 56 divided by 7, 7 times 8 is 56. 9 divided by 1. Any number divided by 1 is that number. 9. 21 divided by 7. 7 times what is 21? 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. 8 divided by 2. 2 times what is 8? 2, 4, 6, 8. 4. 60 divided by 10. Well, we know that it takes 6 tens to equal 60. So 6. So 70 divided by 7. 7 times what is 70? 10. 63 divided by 9. So 9 times what is 63? We know that the factor that we multiply by 9, the tens place will be 1 less than that factor. So what's 1 more than 6? 7. 9 times 7. 12 divided by 6. 6 times what is 12? 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. All right. 18 divided by 6. Well, 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 4 was 24. 6 times 6 is 36. 56 divided by 7. So now this is the third time we've had 56 divided by 7, and we know that's 8. So 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 7 would be 49. 7 times 6 would be 42. 7 times 5 is 35. So 35 divided by 7 is 5. So let's make sure we understand how this table is working. This is read as 18 divided by 6, which is 3. 30 divided by 6 is 5. 24 divided by 6 is 4. And 36 divided by 6 is 6. On this table, 56 divided by 7 is 8. 42 divided by 7 is 6. 49 divided by 7 is 7. And 35 divided by 7 is 5. Right, 26. Claire bought 35 peaches to make peach jam. She used 7 peaches for each jam of jar. How many jars did Claire make? So we have 35 peaches, and she's going to use 7 peaches for each jar. So this time, I'm going to make a row of 7. That represents 1 jar. Okay? And I'm going to keep adding rows until I've used all 35. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So we have 5 rows of 2, 4, 7. So if she's using 7 peaches for each jar, she made 5 jars of jam. 27. There are 49 jars of peach salsa packed into 7 gift boxes. If each box has the same number of jars of salsa, how many jars are in each box? Okay, before we solve this one, I want to go back to this one and just write what the division problem would have been. It would have been 35 divided by the number of groups equals 7. Or 35 divided by 7 equals what? Okay. All right, so 27. 49 jars packed into 7 gift boxes. How many jars are in each box? So this division problem would be 49 divided by 7 equals what? Well, we know we have 7 gift boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And we have 49 jars to share. Okay, so that's 7. That's 14. That's 21. 28. 35. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. So there's 2, 4, 6, 7 jars in each box. Right, page 294. Number 28. Gavin sold 21 bagels to 7 different people. Each person bought the same number of bagels. How many bagels did Gavin sell to each person? 21 bagels, 7 different people. How many did he sell to each person? So here, 21 is our dividend. That's the total we have to share. The 7 different people represents groups. So we need to find how many are in each group. What do we need to find? How many bagels how many bagels did Gavin sell to each person is what we have to find. How can you use a bar model to help you decide which operation to use to solve the problem? Okay, so the bar model would have 7 boxes, like right here. Okay, the boxes will total 21. So I know that they have to add up to 21. So I can divide to find out how much each box is. Complete the bar model to help you find the number of bagels Gavin sold to each person. Well, okay, so if we have 7, right? Let's just imagine that we put 1 in each box. I'm just going to draw a little dot here. That's 7. That's 14. That's 21. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. What is another way you could have solved the problem? Well, I could have said 7 times what equals 21. Could have made an array with 7 rows of 3. So on. So Gavin sold 21 bagels to 7 different people. Each person bought the same number of bagels. So Gavin sold 3 bagels to each person. 29. There are 35 plain bagels and 42 wheat bagels on 7 shelves in the bakery. Each shelf has the same number of plain bagels and the same number of wheat bagels. How many bagels are on each shelf? All right, so we know that we have 7 shelves. I'm going to represent that with 7 circles. Okay, and I'm going to represent the plain bagels with the letter P. So I know I have 35 of those. So let's put 1 in each group or shelf. All right, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, so there are 5 plain bagels on each shelf. And how many wheat? So we have 42 wheat bagels. So we can represent those with W's. Right, so that's 7 wheat bagels. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So there are 6 wheat bagels on each shelf. So there are 11 bagels on each shelf. 6 wheat and 5 plain. All right, write the correct symbol that makes the equations true. 28 equals 7 and one of those operations. All right, well, 7 times 4. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 4 is 28. So times. Times goes there. 42 times 7. 42 times 7 is not going to be 35. That would be way over 35. 42 divided by 7. No, that would be 6. 42 plus 7, that would be 49. Oh, yeah, it would be subtraction, right? Because look, 42 take away 7. I can't take 7 from 2, but I can regroup, rename the 4 tens as 3 tens and 10 ones. 12 take away 7 is 5, so 35. Yep. Okay. And 7 equals 49 something 7. It's not 49 times 7. 49 sevens is going to be way more than 7, right? If my answer was 7, it would be 1 right there if it was multiplication. 49 divided by 7 is 7 times 7, 49. Well, 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42. And 7 times 7 is 49. So, yes, this is a division problem. Okay, so that's it for dividing by sevens. Next time we meet, we'll be talking about strategies for dividing by 8. So until then, may the numbers always be in your favor.